This is gonna be a good one. Okay. So any upside down, inside out energy that you're feeling are the things that you have told people or told yourself, a little bit of both. And it's being reflected back to you. And in general, this is healed I told you so energy in the making, which may explain the little bit of discomfort. And then frustration released by you is then able to be released by those around you. And don't hang on to it. Like, you just kind of like guide it. Like if you're guiding like a bubble or something, like just float. Just let it float. And then up next is healing that watch and learn energy, 122. We are always watching and always learning. That is the key to that. And the bridge to these two elements are that there are no bad influences, just things that bring you joy and those that don't. 144. It can also be phrased as though like things that work and things that don't. And these things are rooted in what is joy, what brings you joy, and how can joy be self-generated? Like, how can you generate your own joy? And the destination of this one is restoration versus damage. So essentially undoing damages. 222. Ooh. So externally, there may be assessment of damages, but internally, it's like there's just too much. Like, it's like grab and go, grab and go. Grab and go. Why? How do I say this? It's like sitting duck energy. So there's like multiple ways of looking at this card, but one way is like there's so much bigger these problems, or the magnitude of the weight of some of these things are just like crumbling. But in another lens, you can look at it as like, despite all of these things, finding a space to like recharge. Funny enough as that was, the Page of Cups, that external thing, also internally, I got new information, proof of something. That makes it so much harder to deliver this message, but it's Like, you cannot let that 1%, you cannot let that 0.001% of being wrong, being incorrect, like that fear of, well, what if, you cannot let that you cannot let that prevent you from believing in and trusting in the messages that you receive. And when it feels that way, you can look back on all of the work you've done, especially if it's written down. Not everything is going to end up as expected. However, just because there's an extra stop doesn't mean that you're switching destinations. And just because someone finishes the game earlier than you do, or potentially could, doesn't mean it wasn't worth a shot or worth a try. Restoration versus damage. So taking the information that was learned and bringing it inward, and remembering the basics of your medicine, which is your personal energetics, your personal vibrations. And if you are fighting with yourself or letting others' thoughts, opinions, and energies infiltrate, if you are having heavy releases of trauma, if you have pain in your body, it can be this back and forth 333, this back and forth release. The Empress and the Six of Coins, because sometimes when like, not like, oh, like sometimes it gets worse before it gets better, but sometimes those moments are where we receive the data necessary to help guide the steps forward. Something about dexterity. Interesting. One of the ultimate fears is of returning back home, like death, but also sometimes of returning back home within self. Which, if you are selfless, is a feeling that you may need to practice getting accustomed to. You may need to practice coming back home into your body. Or also if you're adjusting to a new home externally, like balancing or matching, merging energies to create some type of fluff, marshmallow fluff energy, like a cozy energy, like, so not one is overpowering the other, that there is space if needed. Wow. You have been making the right decisions all this time, no matter who said fucking what to you, who did what to you. You still had your shoulders. You had your shoulders. You still had your head held high. 555. You still operated. Like, look at the warmth of this card. Like, it's just her and her cat. Food cooking in the background. Showing love to others by being in love with yourself. So if you feel betrayed of some sort, or like something's not being reciprocated, it's safe to stay within yourself until that end of it. King of Cups and Five of Cups. Ooh. Hold up. Follow me for a minute. Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Look at the colors. Fire and water. The Five of Cups. Okay, it's giving energy of like your hermitude time has caused you to master both your fire and your water elements, extinguishing each other at times. And then, I don't know, fire, water, and like creating new territories. Completely new territories. Whole new islands. The Hermit. The Ten of Cups. And the Fool. This is a good sign. Because I was gonna say here, like happy, like a happy ending. Don't forget this card, but like a happy ending, right? Like, but that could go two ways at least. I think some of these things are beyond words at this point. I was just gonna have to, I was just gonna say we're just gonna have to wait and see. Three of Wands. That's crazy. Look at how he's looking over everything. So the watch and learn energy into like, what? All of it together? I don't know. It's okay. The point of this is just to kind of dissect some of these energies, and you can guide them with your bubble as you need to. 10-10. Jeez Louise. It's like there's this illusion of it's too late. We'll put it like that. Like, instead of maybe also sneaking around, they could have been moving forward this whole time. And now it's up to, it's like out of your hands at this point. Four of Coins. It's out of... Oh my god. Okay. Okay. It's out of your hands at this point because you've... The people, like, who, like... Oh, Jesus. Oh, sorry, I'm moving so fast and slow at the same time. There's situations where you felt you gave too much or you gave too little, like you were reflecting on it for a little bit too long during, or you were feeling the energy's balance and you were kind of like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh, I'm second guess myself. Like, relax. You just feel that shift and possibly oddly not like feeling stuck, and that could be tripping you out as well, but it's because the energies are like regulating, they're flipping. Where you were giving, you will be receiving. There we go. There we go. How simple was that? Crazy, brah. And a call coming in to confirm you are going to be just fine. Forever. Forever, the Queen of Coins and the Wheel of Fortune. Forevers.